Hello everyone, you are welcome once again to this lecture where we have been looking at literature review, and also in this lecture we shall continue to look at literature review, but this time we shall look at searching tips for resources on the internet. In the two previous lectures we were looking at what kind of information can you review, what kind of resources can you review, and also we looked at where can you find them, that is the databases and the search engines. So now if you know the kind of resources you want to review, you know where to find them. Now you need to have the search tips, you need to have the search skills, you need to have knowledge on how you can search for these resources. Because it is one thing for the resources to be available in the different databases and for you to be able to retrieve them. So normally people have trouble on how they can search for information. Sometimes you'll find a lot of time is wasted. You find the whole day you have been searching, but the search has not actually yielded substantial information that you need. Therefore, in this lecture, we shall focus our attention on that. I'm still your course facilitator, Dr. Mark Kahwa from the Faculty of Education at Mountains of the Moon University. So I wish you good listening and good viewing. So we're looking at the searching tips for the resources on the internet. Now, the first tip that we look at in this lecture is that as a researcher, you're supposed to, first of all, list the major variables of your study. So, quite often, students type the entire topic. They make this mistake. They type into the search bar the entire topic. For example, if a student is looking at the effect of sex education on completion rates of pupils in upper primary, you'll find that a student will copy the whole of this topic and then will open a browser, will go to any search engine or any database, and then will paste there the entire topic. So we are saying that that one is an error, it is wrong, it is unacceptable for the obvious reasons. One, if the topic has already been written, then there is no need for you to search for that topic. If, for example, you just copied the whole of this topic and you pasted it into the search box, that means the topic has already been written. Then there is no need for you to again write on the same topic. So that is number one. Then two, it is highly unlikely that any other research will use the exact same words as your topic. Then that will be plagiarism. So it is most unlikely that for you are looking for the effect of sex education on completion rates of pupils in upper primary schools, that the same topic will be found online. This is most unlikely, because researchers will most unlikely rate word per word, just like what you are writing about. But also the internet is not so smart enough to identify the keywords in your topic that should be searched for. It is you now to identify the keywords. If, for example, we looked at this topic, we go back to this topic of the effect of sex education on completion rates of pupils in upper primary. So what are the keywords in that topic? So what we'll be interested in is just the keywords. And when you go to the different databases and the different search engines, then you just search by those keywords. For example, here we can see that the keywords that you will use to search for the related literature in this topic above would be sex education. Sex education is a keyword in that topic. So instead of for you copying the entire topic and pasting it in the search box, you just put there sex education, which is a search word, or you put there completion rates, which is a search word. So that one is very, very important. Then 2. Now, when you are searching for information, you have to use what we call synonyms. So you have to use a list of synonyms for each variable. Now, other researchers may have conducted similar studies but used different keywords to describe the variable. I just give an example of exam malpractice. If for you, your topic is on, for example, you are assessing the causes of exam malpractice. That is what you are looking for. Now, you need also to check for the synonyms of the exam malpractice, because other scholars may not have used exam malpractice, but they have used similar words. And therefore, if you don't search by those other words, it means you will miss that information. We give an example here. Now, instead of exam malpractice, some other scholars may have used examination malpractice. Other scholars may have used just malpractice. When you use of malpractice, then to refer to examination malpractice. Others could have used cheating, just the word cheating. Others could have used examination cheating. Others could have used exam cheating. Yet others could have used academic dishonesty. And and many other phrases. So that's what we say, that once you have, conceptualized your study very well, you have identified the different variables, and then for each variable, you need to find a synonym. A synonym is a word that is the same like the word that you are using. Okay, so researchers who write about academic dishonesty will perhaps provide information that is quite useful to a study on examination malpractice. So these synonyms can also be used as keywords to search in the databases. And you can check for these for the synonyms. You can, first of all, depending on the variable you have, you can check for them online. You can either go to the internet. For example, if I wanted the synonym of academic dishonesty, or for example, if I wanted a synonym of examination malpractice, for example, if I wanted the synonym of malpractice, just this malpractice. So what I can do, I can just highlight it, then I right click, then I go to synonyms. Synonyms are here. So you can see, so for example, here they have come. Here you can see there is misconduct, there is negligence, there is abuse, there is mismanagement, there is misuse, and professional conduct. So you can find that. But I can also take this to the internet. I can just copy it, and I just go to my internet. I just paste it there, and then once I have pasted it there, I can just come, for example, I can come back here. So I need the word synonym, so I just go back. So I will just say synonyms of malpractice. Then I will search. So here there are 12 synonyms and antonyms for malpractice. So I click on it. I will click on it. I click on it. My internet is very slow. So we want to get the synonyms. So you do this for any study that you are undertaking. Okay, let me check if it will still come, if you can force it to come. Okay, let me see. My internet has run crazy. It is okay, maybe it will come. Let us check. Be a little bit patient. Okay, so they have come. So you see, so all those are synonyms of malpractice. So you can see here they talk of negligence, they talk of violation, they talk of carelessness, and so on and so forth. Okay, synonyms, strongest matches. So these are the strongest matches. Okay. Okay. So that is how you look for the synonyms. Okay. So we are saying for any topic, before you start searching, you need to have a list of the synonyms. So here we give some examples of some of the synonyms. We give some examples here. So for example, you have abet, which is moderate, is decrease. Adhere means comply or observe. Abolish means abrogate or annul. Acumen means awareness or brilliancy. Abesh means disconcert or wrestle. Absolve, you have abject, you have bound, and so on and so forth. So you can see you have a list of the synonyms, and then you have a list of the antonyms. But for us, we are interested in the synonyms, because the synonyms are the exact words, like the words that you are using. So that one is very, very important. So we can continue. We continue. We say spend time outlining the major points to be made in the literature review. So this one is also very important. That is another tip for authentic, for clear literature review. So here what we are saying is that please take some time to think through your research and find the major points that you need to review. This will help provide focus to the literature review and help you avoid plagiarism. For example, he is part of an outline that for a study examining teachers' knowledge on literacy development. If, for example, you are investigating on teachers' knowledge on literacy development, so you ask yourself, now under this topic, what am I supposed to look for? For example, here this person says we'll look at the statistics of poor literacy rates in Uganda. Are you getting it? Then we'll start searching. And then found that teachers' knowledge and discipline, in this case literacy, influences teaching practices, and so on and so forth. So now in the outline, there is a need to find articles that give statistics on the literacy rates in Uganda. Report on the effect of teachers' knowledge of a discipline, and describe the best practice in teaching early literacy. This information will shape and direct authentic literature search. So this is the third tip, and just in summary, this third tip, what we are saying is that now, as a researcher, you sit back and check and find out exactly what do you need to look for. If, for example, your topic, you are researching on alcoholism, now you will need to sit down and think, what do you want to look for under alcoholism? Do you want, for example, to look at the effect of alcoholism on socioeconomic status? Do you want to find out the effect of alcoholism on family stability? Do you want to find out on alcoholism on the health status of the person who is engaged in alcoholism? Exactly what are you looking for? But the good thing is that most of this conceptualization will already have been done. So because you will even already have developed the research questions, you will have already developed the research objectives. So this one becomes very, very easy. So you search by those specific specific aspects. Now, the fourth tip is do not limit your search to only studies that examine all the same variables of your study. Your project will probably examine multiple variables, such as the 3 variables of, if for example you're looking at social development, emotional development, and early childhood education. So if you're studying these 3 variables, you should find some studies about social development, social studies, about emotional development, some studies about early childhood development. So the research studies that you are researching do not have to include all the 3 variables as your study does. Indeed, a study that only examines the social development will provide important information that the study that examines both the social and emotional development will do. So here what we are saying, you do not limit your search to only studies that you examine. That's why we are saying that now you look at the synonyms. Now the synonyms will now take you to other studies, but which are similar to what you have studied. So I think now we can take a short break. When we come back, we shall continue to look at the tips for searching for resources on the internet. Thank you so much. See you when we come back.